and different reflections that different previous acharyas have made on this verse in the Srimad Bhagavatam. And then he said he read Srila Prabhupada's purport. And then he showed us the most amazing thing that I never thought about before. And that was that Srila Prabhupada, as he would do each of the verses in the Srimad Bhagavatam, he would read what the previous acharyas had to say, and then he would add his own insights. So we, as we read Srila Prabhupada's purports, get the benefit of all the previous acharyas as well, in that way.
That's very profound, actually. Very profound. That was Amarinda.
Yes, yeah.
Amarinda thought us.
Yes, it was class number 35 about Putana from the Srila Bhagavatam. And it just shows us how, you know, it would be amazing if Srila Prabhupada would read the verse and then feel a connection with Krishna and give us an inspired purport. But he did more than that. He quoted from all the previous acharyas, added his own insights, and gave it to us in a form that was palatable, that was understandable for us in the West.
I can't say anything to that. They're very studious, but he also explained to us the exact words and how the words showed us the meaning to the verses, and we had no idea that he was maybe gleaning from all the other acharyas in the past in order to teach us in the present.
Right, that is what's so amazing, and it took our scholars to let us know that, because Srila Prabhupada asked them to read what the previous acharyas had said. You know, so it's not that it's like, well, let's see what someone else has to say besides Srila Prabhupada. He encouraged that, and the conclusion is that when Srila Prabhupada gave a purport, he was including the ideas of all of them as well.
That's wonderful. The parampara.
But you had lots of wonderful early experiences, and I never got to meet Srila Prabhupada in its person, in its form here. So you have so much you could tell us.
Well, I can tell you just a few things because I saw him a few times in Los Angeles. But probably the movies there already heard, but not good stories. I do recall that the road was always happy and blissful, and everyone was hardworking. And when he did look at me as he passed by, he looked at everyone in the eyes, and he was kind, but it was firm, right? He was just a young fellow. He knew he had all this knowledge, and we were taking it out and spreading it. And that's one thing that I wrote yesterday in the board boss asked yesterday in a group, and he said, does anybody have anything to say about Srila Prabhupada? And I said, well, the guy said, let's see, back to about that. And Lucy said that he came over here, and it was like when we go to India, it's a culture shock. When we go to Italy, we go somewhere else. We can't even imagine what it's like until we actually get there. And then there's the atmosphere and the sounds and the smells and everything from that place. So when he came here, I was thinking there must have been somewhat of a culture shock for him to step out of that boat and see New York City, or he come to Boston or what. Which one did he come to, Boston?
I can't remember where it was actually.
Yeah.
Somebody must know though that's listening. And
Yeah.
what answer that?
We'll ship doctors Boston to get a bar off if we want to Boston. They were in Boston.
But I was thinking it must have been somewhat of a culture shock to him. And then I went to meet, the Americans and young hippies and all that, and to gradually teach us, he taught us through love. And everyone stayed because he loved them. And then that's what kept everyone going, was because of his kindness and his love, and he was not interested in himself. He was interested in Krishna and God and teaching God to the rest of us who had maybe forgotten him. And so I believe that's why people stayed, why the movement grew, why all kinds of people came, scholars, farmers. And he taught us so many things. And he started to think about the love. He didn't judge us. He just had a plan, a vision, and a reason to come over here. And we just helped him.
Wow.
That's what I wrote.
It was so amazing that he could find a way to engage us with another culture who weren't great civilized people from another culture for the most part. We were half-breed hippies.
Yeah, we just did our own thing. Everything was groovy and cool and all that. I was reading. I'm going to pull up this other little point that someone else wrote. This is Second Time. He said the Prabhupada devalues each other. The association of devotees is crucial to advancing Krishna consciousness. He also gave us economy, under the tongue, voracious, and most difficult to control. Srila Prabhupada gave us everything: spiritual knowledge, science, culture, relationship, love, family, philosophy, medicine, humor, austerity, history, education, and more, everything in just over a decade. And he says, how can we repay him? By following his instructions, his example, without changing anything. Simple but simple. And that's what Secret Tom says. That's it. And so I was just reading some of these quotes. Goridos, he says, some thoughts that came to his mind, Srila Prabhupada said he never felt alone, that he also felt his doing the whole way. I should have liked to know the stairs of the homes all by his side. He says, the recognition of Prabhupada ended up, he just left his Baku, always in his volume. And whenever we hear when he's like taking videos, we are with him, reading these books. And of course, he mentioned the poem, where, I think this is the only state of Vaishnava study when now in London Center. He mentioned that poem. So just the love and beauty that he gave us. I mean, our teachers are beautiful, we love to dress Krishna, we love to dress for Krishna, and we love to be with each other, and and here's something else that Mukunda says, if you don't mind me saying these. This is Mukunda Goswami. He says, Srila Prabhupada was not just another Eastern scholar, guru, mystic, yoga teacher, or meditation instructor. He was the embodiment of an entire culture and implanted that culture in the West. For me and many others, this is to completely sacrifice his comfort to work for the will of others. He had no private life, but lived only for others. He taught spiritual sciences, philosophy, common sense, art, languages, style of Vedic life, hygiene, nutrition, medicine, etiquette, family life, agriculture, social organization, education, economy, and much more for many people. For me, he was a teacher, a father, and a dear friend of mine. That's what wonderful for me.
Jai. Also, he did something, I'm not sure that I can really adequately describe this, but Prabhupada was the first one to come over and that there could be something deep within us that we could be feeling that is more important than anything we do superficially. That feeling of love and that feeling of prayer and that feeling of trying to reach the spiritual master, trying to reach Krishna, that is the essence. That's what Krishna enjoys from us. When we're making an offering of, and we're saying the mantras, it's the feelings that we have as we're trying to offer it that is what Krishna eats. So Prabhupada taught us about that. That is something I've never heard from anywhere else before. Mhm. I mean, somewhat emotional thinking about all the different things that he said. And people have written so many books, and I read some guy's book, because these older devotees, they were with him so many times. Another one of those is when he read the book. He's been with Srila Prabhupada movement for 45 years. And so he's prepared to write a book about his experiences. And the main thing is Prabhupada was always reading this term, you know, that the father is not always nice and kind and sweet. You've got to be tough sometimes, especially if kids are acting up. Well, he was truthful, which is something that Render pointed out, that Render saw this woman who would come to the temple sometimes. She was from India, and she would ask questions, very pointed questions in an argumentative way. And so all the devotees were tense-up waiting to hear what it was she was going to ask. And she asked Srila Prabhupada, I believe this happened in Los Angeles, do you see God? And Prabhupada looked around. He didn't look in the group of devotees, he looked around. And he said, yes, yes. And he described all the places that he seen God, and then he looked to her and he said, you don't? And she then asked, do you want to? And she shook her head no. And then Prabhupada firmly said, that's why you can't see God, you don't want to. Yeah, he put them in that place, also share these journalists and all these people. It wasn't just any guru. I'm thinking another guru in Los Angeles at one point, and he seems quite spiritual, but if everybody's always going to follow, anybody that had a philosophy of life that I could hold on to. I didn't get to meet Prabhupada, but I got acquainted with the feelings of Prabhupada, and that I know him from his books and from his tapes. But I admire Bhagavad Gita as it is, and then just moved in. And so I got to know Srila Prabhupada through the elder devotees. Mm-hmm. That's what Sri Prabhupada says also.
She read all the books. Before she moved in. I didn't do anything, I'm sorry, I just go, Janet, Hare Krishna.
Well, that would do too, that's the expressway.
I just went on somebody's and danced like a woman duration that they were all over starting and saying Hare Krishna and had a good time. The next week, so I'm sorry, I didn't do the reading.
No, but that's so magic, that works. I got tricked into reading after I had read Bhagavad Gita. So it wasn't difficult for me. Actually, the most difficult thing for me has always been dancing and chanting because I can't stand up that long. It's always been an issue for me. But I lost my train of thought.
Well, actually, I was gonna say, I did read a little bit because in Portland, the devotees were on Harrison Street in our White House. And on the weekends, well, I was in school, so I went downtown on the weekends. They might have been downtown every day, but I was on the weekends and I noticed here, look on Ed magazine and the incense. And so I would come home and I would read about the back of Ed magazine, so.
So very nice. I thought of what it was now, was that once I moved in, I got introduced to Lochan Prabhu by Krishna Velasani. And I got asked if I would read to it.
Okay.
And this, we read from the beginning of Srimad Bhagavatam to as far as it was written, as far as it was translated at that point, which I believe was about the 9th or 10th canto. And then we read it again. And it was so amazing to read with an elder devotee like that. And she lured in a lot of devotees that way. I know a few devotees that got that wonderful privilege of reading with her, but it made reading not a chore at all. I was helping someone.
Was she sick or was she painting or?
Krishna Velocity has always had some illness that, it was something neurological where she just, even though she would love to do Sankirtan, she would love to sing again, she just physically couldn't. Okay, so she needed to lie down and have someone read to her. And so we would do it for hours when I had the time, hours.
That's a really serious. Serious. And, yeah, we didn't take your time, but, you know, they didn't take your time, and when I was, later on, I managed to get out there and take the time to see her, and went down to Pike Place Market. And we were very drunk going to the fisherman market and everything, and we just had the best time on party on. We did it all over the place, so. There was something else that times, you know, instruments, what to sing and how to sing it, and so what do you change?
We would be lost, literally lost, without her.
We'd be just like another army on the street. Or
Thousands of everybody else how long we would have before we'd have an opportunity, not just in a human form of life, but with an acharya, with our guru right there. That's an amazing opportunity that, you know, can't throw it away. We gotta remember to try and do our best.
Absolutely. Any other questions?
Like that.
Any questions from anyone?
Anyone have questions? I don't see any questions yet.
Okay, we have to, maybe we'll have to.
That's okay. If we were meant to make a lot, if we break you about that, we were not from the last one.
Okay. People are sharing the realization of the experience and intimate feelings of love that you have. We benefit from it just like we generates our faith and it should make your whole lives so that you have so that's thank you for the fact that speak to us.
Every serving you are qualified by speaking.
Thank you for asking us.
Yes, thank you.
So, trying to so they can also speak some words. That's okay. Okay.
Thank you.
Should I go ahead and move up or this one? I know you're working. Okay.
Yeah. I've got the smart in here.
We have it on Zoom. Oh, we do, yeah. That is not very system. Okay, so I'll see you guys around. Please take care. Okay, thank you. So we think we have time before we do the last step. Say the words about Srila Prabhupada. Say something. Words. Does it feel that Srila Prabhupada made a difference in their lives? Say how? That's appreciation. How should we see lots of that now? So good. Yeah, there's something that's very small. I was amazed. I went to New York for a couple of days, and I was amazed to see how many people just can't see the knowledge of the organization and just know about Krishna and know about. They are like they know that I know all the time. There's something. And he even do a recommend. Like I was wearing something, and he was like, "What are you doing?" And he said something like, he doesn't even care about like how you close the record. This is like how I started this time in New York, and basically the same stuff. And it's like amazing to feel that it's so long. People are still, there's still people who just like on Prabhupada. I mean, it's not the same scale. It's also the Prabhupada. It's everyone in the city needs to know about Krishna to some extent. Also the Prabhupada. So I think I'm doing so New York City. I was just amazed. Like when I went there, it was just like a very startling experience. I've seen that everyone is somehow thinking.
So many years later,
Yeah.
decades, half a century later.
Yeah.
That's impressive. How many things last half a century?
Yeah.
That's nice. Thank you. Very nice. I was, driving down to work and seeing some trees. These are conscious beings that should check with these tree and how wonderful minds is free and experience which I feel every stage. So a lot of parents talk about when you say something about should possibly lives. So should you Krishna rule? Circle and conceive. Yeah. Even volunteers. Actually. So we'll just have some. Sure. Okay.
So, Srila Prabhupada has made a lot of difference in my life. I was born in a devotee family, but I did not realize the importance of that birth and upbringing. And for Srila Prabhupada's writings that really gave me the conviction as to what important, how important it is to be a devotee. And he is the one who, through his writing, I'm going to go back to my really like that. And I'm so glad that it is still continuing, and I can see that my kids will also they have access to Srila Prabhupada's writings, they have access to this whole family that Srila Prabhupada has created all over the world, and wherever they go, they will have the protection, they will have the guidance by Srila Prabhupada through his books and through his so many disciples and devotees under the umbrella. So I'm not only just grateful for my own going back to my roots, but also I can see the future is bright. So I'm always in awe of how much he has done. It only seems magical. Without Krishna, I mean, Krishna made him do that. To understand that the person thing like one human being at age of 70 to so much, bring out so much changes all over the world. I still find it feels it's out of the world. Thank you. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. So I just want to thank the Prabhupada. So I was one of those people who used to go to a temple, not for anything, I didn't know anything, but just to have food. But I used to get good food. I'm talking about 2005. I had to go 2.5 hours on a Sunday just because I would get some Indian food. I didn't know the food I was. So, and there, the devotee, the first time I entered, I didn't even recognize the deities. I thought Radha Krishna, but they were like, I don't remember now. But I didn't even remember the deity. But they saw a new person and they said, where are you from? I'm from Calcutta. And they straight away immediately said, so lucky, you're from Calcutta. And I was like, what is he saying? And for me, Calcutta, everybody wanted to run away from Calcutta, and I was in Europe. And these guys were so happy that, hey, lucky, I didn't know what Srila Prabhupada, I who we talking about. But okay, they treated me very well. Then they had kirtan, they gave me prasad. This continued for 2-3 months. After that, I used to go to ISKCON temples all over the world, but only, frankly, as we used to go, go, do namaskar, have some food, and come out. And only on the special occasions, right? Not on any. That reminded me, when I came here, in one of the books and classes, we hear prasad never fails. Prabhupada is like a bomb. So like that, it never fails. That time I used to only go on the festival day because I used to love eating meat. And I would not go to Jagannath. I used to see Govinda, Jagannath, but I never entered because they have only veg food. So why should I go? And that all transformation once came, the prasad never fails. Right? When I came in 2017, first time I came was on Rath Yatra, not Rath Yatra, on Jagannath. On Janmashtami. And after that, I have always been coming and, slowly we left meat, we left everything. What I mostly appreciate is he's made all these centers in the world where people are so open, you can just go, you can meet people and, your life can just be transformed. Now, sometimes I go for book distribution when before COVID we used to go. And Paramahansa is very many a times, like the Indians, we think we know everything, right? But the toughest thing is to give a book to an Indian. He'll say, I know, right? And I was one of those people, I remember, because in Russia, North Korea, a big temple, right? And so many times happen, they used to see me and try to give me some, no, it's okay. I just had to avoid it. Right? And now I'm on the other side of the thing. So, but Srila Prabhupada has made so many places where, we can just go and suddenly our lives will try to, get transformed. And so following it will take a lot of centuries for me, a lot of years, but still, going the right path. So that's what I really appreciate. By Krishna's mercy and his mercy, Jehovah's mercy, things are going the right track, while the distinction is far. Thank you, Shiv.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna. Pandemic has changed many people's lives, and we are not exception. But it's in a good way. I just want to thank Vedavati Mataji and Manasi Mataji. As they mentioned, Prabhupada gave everything. And among what he gave, the one thing which I would like to highlight from what both Mataji said, like the express way to go back to Godhead. And I always wonder the amount of books Prabhupada has written. Even if I dedicate some X number of hours every day, I'm not sure if I'll be able to complete all the books Prabhupada has written. I know like how much commitment, like how much dedication he had in writing those books, in reviewing and making sure. And it's a nectar like, which is readily available for all of us. And especially I get a lot of inspiration when I read Prabhupada's purport, the analogies he uses, especially just to quote one example or analogy which Prabhupada has quoted, a bird in a cage. We are all in the material world. We take care of the cage, like we paint it with golden colors, but never takes care of the bird inside. But ultimately, technology, what was compared is to take care of the body in this cage, or we don't take care of the soul inside it, basically the bird. So, I mean, that is just an example. Like there are many examples. I mean, both in Srimad Bhagavatam and Bhagavad Gita, the amount of examples and analogies that's given gives a lot of inspiration. And thank you, Sachin, Param Karnadas, and every single devotee who's constantly inspiring us through your lectures. And thanks for this wonderful opportunity. Hare Krishna. I would like to just share a recent experience. I met a devotee a couple of years ago. This is in regards to the potency of Srila Prabhupada writings. I met a person who was born in a Mohammedan family, raised for about 35 years with the same faith, and later on followed about 2 decades of Christianity. At that point of time, the person come across one of Srila Prabhupada's books. The moment after reading that book, the first thing the devotee did was stop eating meat. The main diet for them is every single meal with the meat. They will stay for that. Completely stop. Even no devotee has been connected yet, understand it. But continued for 4 years by reading that book, sustained as a vegetarian, offering to a picture or fruit, not cooked food, but everybody else in the family eat offer fruit and eat anything vegetarian. Later on, that point of time with the devotees,
And it's amazing, what I'm trying to tell you, Srila Prabhupada writing so powerful. And myself, I met a devotee, took some time to transform, even though the purity they have. But reading the Prabhupada books actually transform completely a person. And also, as everybody shared, Abhimanyu Prabhu also mentioned, visited various centers across different countries. And as it said, we're all part and parcel of Krishna. And it is also said, Vasudeva Kutumbakam. We're all sons of Supreme God, but we have different faiths, different following. Not people who are sitting here, but when we walk outside. But Srila Prabhupada, the truth, as we established, somewhat close around the globe, we open 108 centers, and everybody walks in and feels like they are in shelter of the Supreme Lord. Yes, so that's what I want to share. Thank you.
Hare Krishna, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for clear wishes. So I would like to mention three things. But before that, I would like to read a translation and purport of this very small purport of the words. It's a conversation between Narad Muni and Vyasdev. The translation is 1639. At the end of the millennium, when the personality of Godhead or Narayan lay down within the water of devastation, Brahma began to enter into him, along with all creative elements, and I also entered through his breathing. It's Narad Muni speaking. Purport is, Narad is known as the son of Brahma, as Lord Krishna is known as the son of Vasudeva. The personality of Godhead and his liberated devotees like Narad appear in the material world by the same process. As it is said in the Bhagavad Gita, the birth and activities of the Lord are all transcendental. Therefore, according to authorized opinion, the birth of Narada as the son of Brahma is also transcendental process. His appearance and disappearance are practically on the same level as that of the Lord. This is connected to Srila Prabhupada. His appearance and disappearance are practically on the same level as that of the Lord. The Lord and his devotees are therefore simultaneously one and different, as if infinite entities. They belong to the same category of transcendence. Regarding the disappearance of Srila Prabhupada is not different than the appearance of Srila Prabhupada in one sense. But I really love this topic. I was getting the class on the disappearance of Srila Prabhupada, and this verse was quoted. So this sort of sharing this particular purport. The other, in the same lecture, I heard a very beautiful pastime about the impact of Srila Prabhupada, the impact Srila Prabhupada had or has, and will have his books. Bhakti Prince Goswami Maharaj, the Maharaj, he was in India at a point of time. He wanted to renew his visa, and he had to go through the Indian bureaucracy, or hopping around on the desk and stuff. We went to the office and they said, "Oh yeah, get this particular form, fill it, and go to the desk." And when they approved, we get another form and fill it and go to some different desk. And they said, "Oh no, this will take a lot of time, and I don't have much time." So it's contemplating that that particular point, and that one gentleman said, "Oh, are you a follower of Prabhupada?" I said, "Yes, I am." "Okay, come with me." And he took Maharaj all different desks, pulled some strings, and made all happen within just few hours. And I thanked him, and was about to leave. But then the gentleman said, "The reason I helped you is because of this." And he pulled from his desk, under the desk, he pulled a book of Srila Prabhupada and said, "Can I meet this person?" And Maharaj, was sad, but he said, "That's the plan." And he said, and he broke down. He broke down just like Maharaj says, just like a person uses his father. How he will break down? Exactly, he broke down just like that. Similar to that, he could relate to Prabhupada in that particular level, just by his books, and that's what we can also develop. At least for me, I want to have a relationship with Prabhupada And I mean, the book beautifully says, just imagine all the purpose. Start with the purpose. He just said, "Dear Nelson, love us." He said the blessings and read the purpose. At the end, we are a vision. Take it from it's for you. Right? Read the purpose as it's given. It's for you. And that will make it more personal. And it does, and because of the reading we have every day, we have fixed whatever we can, 20 minutes of our time, 25 minutes. We do the reading of Bhagavatam, and it's amazing. I mean, I really look forward to the readings. At least that's the consistency, and it has given me an opportunity to appreciate more what Srila Prabhupada has written in the books. And it can feel the emotion of Srila Prabhupada in this writing. The last part which I would express is, I think before Prabhupada started sharing this or establishing this, we know bhakti is devotion. But for me, the most important thing Prabhupada shared is he explained about it's not really devotion, just devotion, it's devotion service. What Acharya has mentioned. The reason being, when I started in Krishna consciousness, lectures used to go, I stayed there. I don't even remember, the things. But being that age, 15, 16 years old, and I want to do something. I want to be active. Sitting in one place, okay, that's fine for 10 minutes, 15 minutes, I'm just going to go ahead, do something. That service aspect which Prabhupada really emphasized, that's the only thing which has born me this movement to shape Prabhupada. And I love doing service, whatever it is. So that if there's only devotion, I would have drifted back a long time. And devotion service aspect which Prabhupada mentioned should be active. That's how you show your love to Krishna. And share Prabhupada. If you love someone, you show it to an action. And that's what that's the most important aspect of Prabhupada has given is my perspective. Service attitude. Thanks so much, Prabhupada. This is the auspicious day for disappearance. And what you mentioned, Prabhupada was leaving the body. His body was fragrant. When we used to each other, and when we would each other, they would it used to be fragrant. But at that point of time, he was not taken back. Had eaten anything, there's no flesh, bones, but still, the devotees were near him, they could smell fragrant. It's very fragrant. There's no odor, fragrant. That's what your devotees are. So, thanks so much, Prabhupada, for everything you have done. The Prabhupada na huito, tabe ki huito, jiva ta bhavita. There's no Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. I didn't raise my hand, but yeah, Prabhupada has affected my life in an infinite amount of ways in the best possible way. Without him, I'm not sure where I would be, what I would be doing, if I would be doing anything useful, because in reality, devotional service is Marathon Gospel. So that's the only tasteful thing in this material world. Everything else is just the material world. I was listening to a couple of days ago, by pure chance, I was just listening to Prabhupada's Kirtan, just on YouTube. And it's different because generally the Kirtan I listen to is not Prabhupada's Kirtan, but I went back and I listened to Prabhupada's Kirtan. And he got everything right. He established the fundamentals of Kirtan in a beautiful way. Like the instruments that we use, the mood that we should be chanting the holy name in. He nailed it perfectly, and he showed us how to do Kirtan. Everyone learned from him. he set the example. And so when I was just listening, it was like this maybe like couple hours on repeat. Prabhupada was just chanting, and it's like there's so much ruchi. There's like it's so tasteful, and we can just listen to it for hours and hours on end. I remember we had these little boxes, the Prabhupada chanting box, and we always play it. And ever since I was young, like it would always be playing at home. And I would always be hearing. And one time we had to turn it off because of something. Maybe some devotee was here or some person was here or something, so we would turn it off. And I would notice that Prabhupada wasn't chanting, or Prabhupada, like I couldn't hear Prabhupada chanting. And for some, like, it definitely felt different without Prabhupada, without hearing Prabhupada chant. There's always a really peaceful, very sweet aura. Like when Prabhupada is chanting, it's just like it has such a like huge impact on our lives. And I think for me, Prabhupada has not only completely changed my life, but he's also an amazing inspiration. This is such a well-known thing, but him coming to the US and just distributing Krishna in a way no one else has ever done is the most like is such a it was so impactful, and just like I'm not even like a grain of sand or like the tip of anything in comparison. So the best I can do is to try and learn from the person who set the example, who did absolutely everything in their power to get everyone to serve Krishna. And like it's amazing because serving Krishna is our best possible state. It's where we feel most happy by serving Krishna. I come to the temple, just being in the presence of devotees who are serving is the most powerful thing. It's better than anything else. Like it's like I come here and I feel a tinge more of the spiritual world compared to when I leave. Because everything goes back to everything is this material world. It's the complete opposite. So Prabhupada establishing so many temples has enabled all of us to associate with each other and inspire each other to continue in Christian consciousness. And every time something goes wrong, Prabhupada will always bring me back with his amazing books and his instructions. Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you.
Hare Krishna. I was born in the year of the century of Srila Prabhupada. As many of us here, I know about Srila Prabhupada and got to know about conscious movement only through his books, especially the Bhagavad Gita as it is. And many devotees are saying if it's not for Srila Prabhupada, like for instance, my life last year, I was visiting Dallas and I went to the Dallas temple where I and they were talking to some devotees and they mentioned about carrying on some people streets and the body that just left. to do some beating on the streets, and I asked them where the relatives. They told about the area. And I know about the area because I've been in Dallas to open and that area is called Deepal, and I was a little bit shocked. Oh, okay, that area is not really a nice scene. It's filled with bars, it's filled with inappropriately dressed women, and like it's filled with people that are completely into drinking and bars and that culture. And I wanted to go meet this, and I think we had some party. We went there, we were searching, and I just remembered, wow, I am in a place filled with all these, and I'm searching for a Harinam Sankirtan party. That's Srila Prabhupada's mercy. If it's not for him, that's not something I would be searching for. And I would have still been in one of those bars, and I say still because Regalim is not a new place. I've been in that place and I've been in one of those bars before. Yeah, it's just, and I just feel like Srila Prabhupada really did impact life. I'm just searching for something else, even being in the same very old place, which I already knew. And I'm just searching something new, and especially Harinam and the Harinam Sankirtan party. That's Srila Prabhupada's mercy just spreading not just to people in the worldness or religious people, but everywhere and everywhere. Thank you, Srila Prabhupada. Wish.
It's very nice to hear from devotees who, you know, each other. It's very nice to hear from devotees who from this group about the presence of spiritual lines. This is a perfect example of a single pure devotee with uninterrupted and unmotivated devotion service. Bubbles across time and space that can occur. It's really weird. And your children and your children's children, everyone. Thankful people in the city. It's a very high position to look upon. He showed personal example how to. So thank you. Go further. We were just talking about how the work is going, and they wanted to speak about how should we go about it. You can have the conversation or just join them. So I think the program is well up on the last.
Can we show a video?
Yeah.
Yeah. You can really also heard this activity lower of the Lord. Actually, beautiful song.
Hold on 1 second. That dark enough? Is that dark enough? Okay. Yeah, those are called sconces. Oh yeah.
No, but it's not, 1 second, sorry.
Not.
No, it's not the video.
Huh?
It's not the video.
Is the kind gentle soul, it's hard to ever go. It's peaceful and forever. With the message true. Never speaking rain. It's already. It's trying to get is the magic in his way. Sing it all.
Mike, Mike, Mike.